while she is in here teaching us today. So that means we are going to be listening. We're going to be participating. So, Miss Jessie, I'm going to hand it off to you. You can tell the kids a little bit about yourself. Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning.
Listen, so I'm loud and a little bit crazy. So when I say good morning, boys and girls, you're going to say, good morning, Miss Jessie. Are you ready? Here we go. Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Miss Jessie.
And watch, we'll do it over here too. This is Zoe talking. You ready? Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Miss Jessie.
Then you say, good morning, Zoe. You ready? This is my best Zoe voice. Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Zoe.
I love that you guys are so nice and quiet. Because you know what? Do you guys see Zoe's ears? Do you see those ears? Sometimes when we get really loud, she will go and hide. We don't want her to hide today, do we? So my name is Jessie, and this is Zoe the missionary dog. And can anybody guess, where are we missionaries to? Who can read? Honduras. Does anybody know where Honduras is? I need two helpers that are sitting right here. You two ladies, come here. Hold this in, and you hold this in, and hold it nice and tall. All right. Does anybody know where Honduras is? So look, some people, do you really know? You like 100% know. All right, come here. I trust you. He knew! Give me five. What's your name? Severin. Thank you, Severin. Look, this is where we live. Oh, the whole world just fell. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Look, this is where we currently are. Do you see this? We're like in the middle of the United States. And Zoe and myself were missionaries in what we call Central America and Honduras. How cool is that? Thank you, ladies. You may go. I will take this. Now, people ask, Miss Jessie, what do you guys do on the mission field? Do you guys want to see what we do?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I was a missionary in Honduras for 2 years. Everybody say 2 years.
2 years.
And I put 2 years into 1 minute.
What?
Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. Pastor Hannah, can we do the video? I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. You ready? Everybody pay close attention up to the screen.
Poderoso, invencible, admirable, grande, fuerte, Dios, Rey de Reyes, asombroso, incomparable. Eres increíble, todopoderoso.
here this morning with you to tell you about who? Are we talking about Jesus this morning?
Yeah.
We are. Now, guess what? I'm not by myself, am I? No. Who do I have with me? Zoe. Do you guys want to see her a little bit? Do you want to see? Now, listen. She sometimes gets a little moody on me, okay? And she sometimes won't do what she's supposed to do. She does really good with the camera, apparently, though. And do you think that we can get her to do her tricks this morning?
Yeah.
Oh. Zoe. Zoe. Sugama. Zoe Sugama. No, Zoe.
Oh no.
Sometimes it gets a little tricky. Because just like us, do we sometimes not be obedient to our parents?
Yeah.
That's the same with Zoe. Zoe, sit. Sit. Thank you. Now listen, if Zoe comes off of the stage, what I need everybody to do is to stay in your seats. Zoe is super, super sweet. Stay. But we're trying to train her to where she doesn't jump in the seat with you because she would want to sit right next to you. Do you see that empty seat right there? No, right here between you two boys. Right there. She'd be like, that's my seat. But we want her to stay where she's supposed to stay, right? So if you are going to help me out, and you're not going to call her down there, you're going to let her listen and use her ears, because you know what? She should only listen to one person. Who should she listen to?
Yeah.
You're right. And if everybody starts yelling and screaming at her, it confuses her. And we don't want to confuse her this morning, do we?
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get her to do some things. Now the really cool thing about Zoe as well is Zoe also has lived 2 years in Honduras with me. So does anybody remember what language is spoken in Honduras? Does anybody know? Do you know?
guess.
What's your guess? Spanish! So some of her commands are in Spanish. Let's see how well she does. Zoe, venga. Sit. Zoe, sit. Now listen, Zoe's going to tell you what a missionary dog does. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's see how good she does today. Sometimes it's really hit or go. Let's see. All right, Zoe. You ready? All of our friends out there want to know what a missionary dog does. Can we tell them? You ready? You ready? Zoe, a missionary dog goes all around the world. Come on. Let me put this down. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
A missionary dog goes all around the world. All around the world. Come. Nope. She's like, I'm going to go get the bag of trees. I'm going to give her one just so that she knows what they are. Okay, Zoe. You ready? We're going to show them what a missionary dog does. We go all around the world. Zoe, all around the world. Come on.
No.
You got to go all around the world.
He's gonna eat it.
We're having a rough time. Good job, Zoe. You ready? This one's most important. You ready? We're going to show people how to worship Jesus. Come on. Good girl. Good girl.
You don't go like.
And this is what else we do. Sometimes when we're in those places, it gets a little dangerous. And as missionaries, we're taught to surrender, right? We're not taught to fight. So Zoe, if bad people come up to us and they go, put your hands up. Put them up. All the way up. Thank you. Good job. There's something else that happens. Zoe, sit. In Honduras, we have a phrase that's called chocolate. Can you guys say chocolate? Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Do you know what that means?
Chocolate.
Nope, it doesn't mean chocolate. You think Zoe can teach us what it means?
Yeah.
All right, Zoe, you ready? Here we go. Zoe, chocolate. Gracias. Gracias. It means high five. So everybody turn to your neighbor and say chocolate. Now we got one more. starts yelling, it really confuses it. Did you see how she looked down there like, what? Zoe, sit. No, she's just gonna take a picture. Zoe sings. You ready? Lay down. Zoe, lay. No, lay down. Ready? All the way. Go, all the way. Up. No, lay down. You ready? All the way, all the way. Yes. Now this is something else that's really cool. Watch this. Watch how obedient Zoe can be. Zoe, sit. Sit.
Pretty good obedience.
We're having a little hard time this morning. Sit. Now sometimes we like to do things, right? Like let's say that you like cookies before dinner. And what does mom and dad usually say?
No. Yes.
And even though you really like them, do you think Zoe likes her treats?
Yes.
And if mom says no, Zoe, no. Oh. I can talk for a really long time. It's kind of like how we should be obedient with God. God sometimes tells Zoe, and sometimes we're not obedient with God either, are we? Zoe, sit. You know better. Sit. Boy, she's being a pill with you guys this morning.
This is my suit.
Zoe, sit. Sit. Right? So sometimes God throws God doesn't throw the cookie. No. And we're told no. No. And sometimes when we're told no, is it really, really hard?
Yes.
And sometimes we're not obedient and we go anyway, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch my words because she has a command and I just said it, so I'm glad she didn't do it. And listen, sometimes it gets really, really hard that you're so excited because you want that cookie or you're so excited because you want to go to the swimming pool. But you guys can't do it till who tells you yes?
Parents.
Till your parents tell you yes. Zoe, go. I don't even know where it's at. Oh, good job. Now, I have a story that I want to talk to you guys about today. Zoe, sit down. Oh, Zoe, there's no more. Zoe, sit down. I have a story that I want to talk to you guys about today. A story about a man in the Bible. Zoe, sit. We're having a hard morning. Zoe, you feel really comfortable here. That's good. Stay. I need a helper. Where are my Summers kids? And you guys know who these guys are?
Yes.
You know who they are?
Mostly.
Journey and
Brighton.
And guess what Journey and Brighton are? What are you guys?
Missionaries. Yeah.
Are you a missionary too?
I know.
They're missionaries! They're missionaries just like I am! How cool is that? Is that pretty cool? And you guys know them pretty well because they come here to church. So, Journey, I want you to come stand over here. Stand on that X for me. So I'm going to tell you about a story in the Bible. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
And it's about a guy named Moses. Hi, Moses. What's up? How you doing today? Moses is doing great today. So this story is about Moses. And do you guys know much about Moses in the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you know about Moses?
Everything.
Yeah?
He parted the waters.
He parted the waters.
He's terrified of burning bushes.
He's terrified of burning bushes. Now, guess what? He might be terrified of burning bushes, but that's actually what we're going to talk about today. How cool is that? So, Moses, you did something not so good. He was really, really bad to an Egyptian, and actually, does anybody know what he did to an Egyptian? He did. He killed them. So, Moses, did you get scared? And you ran. He ran the other way, right there. And there were some people, some ladies that they were in a lot of trouble, and Moses helped them out. He helped save them. And she went back to her home. This is just pretending. It's pretending because they're brother and sister. They're not allowed to be married. So she went back to her home and told her dad all about Moses helping, right? And then her dad said, well, go get him and bring him back here with us. And guess what happened? Moses married one of her sisters.
So his sister.
How cool is that? Give me 5. You can go back down. Moses married one of her sisters. And so this is what happened. One day Moses was out taking care of the sheep, and all of a sudden he looks over. Do you see that burning bush? It looks a lot like a dog, but today it's a burning bush. And there was this burning bush, and Moses was like, that bush is burning, but it's not burning. It's just consumed with fire. So Moses is like, I want to go see what's going on. So this is what Moses did. He started to walk over, and all of a sudden he heard, Moses, Moses. And Moses said,
Here I am, Lord. Here I am, Lord.
and God said, Moses, don't take another step. Take off your shoes, for you're standing on holy ground. Oh, buddy. Amazing job. So then Moses came over, and God started talking to Moses. And God was like, Moses, I've heard the cry of my people in Egypt, and I need you to go back to save them. And was Moses like, yeah, I'm going to go back and save them? What? Was Moses a little scared? And Moses even said, God, now listen. God, there's my brother Aaron. He's better than I am. I can still talk without a mic. It's okay. Oh, it's back. He's better than I am. And God was like, no, Moses, I need you to go. So did Moses say no? Moses said, but God, I don't want to do it alone. So God finally said, okay, your brother can go and help, but you are the leader. So now this part of the Bible, this part is not in the Bible, but this is a significant part for me. Moses started to leave, and do you think that Moses just left and went straight back to Israel, or back to Egypt? No. Do you know what I think he did first? I think he put his shoes back on. Do you think he did? Now that's not in the Bible. Has anybody read that in the Bible, that Moses put his shoes back on? I've never read it, so I'm telling you that I have not read it, but this is what my mind thinks, is that Moses put his shoes back on. Do you want to know why? Because those were Moses' shoes, and those shoes fit Moses, and that was the call that God had for Moses.
His shoes?
Well, not his shoes, but you know what he went to go do. What did Moses end up doing? He went back and he ended up having the Israelites, saving them from Egypt. You can go back down, bud. Now everybody look down at your shoes. Do you see your shoes? Don't take them off, because we don't want it to stink in here. But listen, the shoes that you have on, God has called you to do something. Now, we're sitting here, I'd like to know, does anybody know, are you called into missions? Has God called you to be a missionary? We have some. What about, has God called you to be a pastor? Do we have anybody that's been called to be a pastor? What about, has God called you to be a teacher? What about a doctor? What about one day, way in the future, maybe a mom or a dad? Now look at your shoes again. Look at your shoes again. Do you have the same shoes that I have on? No. Do you have the same shoes that Moses had on? No. Do you have the same shoes that Pastor Hannah has on? No. Because those are the shoes that God has asked Pastor Hannah to walk. Just like me, I'm a missionary where? Honduras. Has God asked each one of you to come to Honduras with me? No. I sure wish. We need lots of missionaries. But no, right now God hasn't asked you to go to Honduras. But God has asked you to be missionaries to your family, to share the love of Jesus to your schools, to your friends that don't know Jesus. How many of you guys know one person? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Think to yourself for a minute. How many of you know one person that does not know Jesus? If that's you, raise your hand for me. If that's you, raise your hand for me. Put those hands down. You can look at me. Listen. If you don't know Jesus, God has called you to tell them about him. Now, would you guys like to play a game with me?
Yeah.
Do you see this up here? What is this? A ball. You're right.
Hey, it's a dog. I have one of those balls.
Very cool.
I have one of those.
Now this is a game. Woo. Well, sometimes it slips. Thanks, buddy. This is the world, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that God has told us to do is to tell the world about who?
Jesus.
Tell the world about who?
God.
About Jesus.
So
So this is the game we're going to do today. Now listen. Whenever I have friends, whenever I pass it, should I throw it to them? No, we should pass nicely. Nicely to the friend next to us. And this is how we're going to do it. I might need some adults in the middle to help pass it. Because we're going to go like this. A song's going to play, and when the song plays, we're going to start here, and you're going to pass all the way down. I know I move a lot. Down. And does it stop right here? No, because who needs to hear about Jesus? Everybody. So you're nicely going to pass it back here, and it's going to go all the way down. And does it stop down there? No. Where does it go? Back, and it goes all the way down. And all the way back over here. Now hold on a second. Should we be done whenever it gets to missionary David? No. It should never ever be done. So we're going to go all the way back. Because we have to make sure that the whole world knows about who? Jesus. All right. Now are we passing nicely? Now listen, you pass when the music is on. But when the music is off, you have to freeze. Okay? Can we do that?
Yeah.
So you have to wait till the music is on. I'm gonna get some music on.
When the music is off.
I got some music right here. Oh, hold on, I got this. Hold on, freeze! Freeze! I know. We're gonna get a different song for you though. We're gonna get a different song. We're gonna go all the way back to the beginning because this song is super important for you. And it has a really, really good. All right, here we go when you hear the music. Freeze! Keep going. Oh, keep going. Keep passing that. Keep passing. Oh, nicely. We gotta get every person send it back, 'cause it's gotta go all around the world. Keep going. Go faster, faster, nice. Pass it nicely. Pass it nicely. We're gonna share the love of Jesus nicely. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. And we made it. This is what I love. Everybody had a part of passing the world, like telling people about Jesus, right? And like I said before, I am a missionary in Honduras, and we speak a different language. What language do we speak? Spanish. So I have a really cool song that I would like to end with you guys, and it's called Mongo. Do you guys know the Mongo song? Do you know the Mongo song? Come up here, you're gonna help me out. Oh yeah, the two of you, yeah, Because as missionaries, we're all in this together, aren't we? We're all in this together. One can be right there, one can be right over there. This is called the Mongo song, okay? Does anybody know what Mongo means? I heard it's mango. How many of you guys like mangoes? Oh, I love mangoes. Okay, this is what happens. You guys can come up on stage with me. Just don't trip over the speaker or the phone like I just did. So this is how the song goes. We talk about a mongo. So you have to get the mongo. You bring the mongo down. You cut the mongo. You peel the mongo. You bite the mango, you throw it down to the ground, you smush it, but like any good person, we pick it back up. Right? And there's a little bit of dancing in it too. Listen, I want to know, do you think the boys can do it better than the girls? But listen, this is what happens. We have to watch all the boys and girls out there too to make sure they're doing it as well as we are. All right, so everybody up on your feet. Up on your feet. Let's see if we can do this. Here we go. Is it good? job, just chilling. Now today when you leave, we have something for you. Do you want to know what we have for you?
What?
We have, does anybody know what these are? Prayer cards. And actually, two people in here already have a prayer card, don't you guys? Yeah, some of you do. Listen, what do you do with a prayer card? Does anybody know? Pray. So you take one of these cards, each of you can have one, because guess what? I need you guys to pray for me. And not just for me, guess who else you can pray for? Zoe. Because Zoe needs prayer too, that she doesn't get sick, that she's taken care of, that she can fly with me in a few months. Because did you know that Zoe gets to fly in an airplane with me? So we have lots of things that we can pray about. So when you guys, I do have the cards, I'm going to pass them out right now. And I'm going to hand it back over to Pastor Hannah.
All right, well, everybody, let's tell Miss Jessie and Missionary Dog Zoe a big thank you on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yes, how many of you loved hearing from our new Central Kids friends?